Alright everyone, welcome back to another coin cleaning and restoration video. Today I'm going to be working on a late Eastern Roman bronze or a Byzantine coin. I suspect this is original patina, but we're going to find out pretty quickly. I'll be doing most of the work as usual on the microscope. Tried to get it as close as I can so you can actually see what I'm doing. This isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do, but I'm going to try. So I have to reach around my web camera. And I'm going to glove up today because... Alright, see the other side? This should be a good one to clean. Should be fun. But we're going to find out right now. Starting with a white composite cleaning pencil. And I do this wet. I just sharpened it, so wherever the camera is, there you can see. Alright, I need to move it back a little bit here. They glue on the fake brick dust patina, so I like to wet this to see if it's coming up or not, if the water is getting cloudy, and it looks like it is. So I don't think this is a fake patina, I think this is original. It's been on there for, 1,500 years or so, 1,600 years. Not going to come off all that easily. Got some Bee Gees playing in the background. Of course I can't monetize this, but I really don't care. It takes time to learn the right pressure to use so you don't strip it of the patina. Took a couple thousand years to make that patina. I'd rather not ruin it. The edge of the coin is tough to do. Alright, we're going to do a little brushing off screen because it's easier for me. I don't like to say this is coin cleaning. I mean, it is, but it's more of coin restoration, I think. At least that's how I like to look at it. I'm bringing this coin back as close to as I can to what the moneyers who designed and hammered these coins intended them to look like. Now, the Byzantines were a little bit sloppy. They like to restamp and overstrike coins and all sorts of nonsense. Alright, let's see how we did there. First pass on that one side. Got quite a bit off. The Byzantine coins are generally poorly detailed and smoothed anyway. Alright, I think I'm going to go on the other side right now. Same thing. I'm going to get it wet. I know some people don't necessarily agree with cleaning ancient coins, but I'm here to tell you that every ancient coin you see has been cleaned, at least to the degree that it's been wiped off or rinsed off, because, 2,000, 2,300 years of crap building up on these coins. They would be unrecognizable. I don't know how much work this one's actually going to take. Well, I guess I never really know until I get into it, right? Now, the fake patina has actually become almost an industry-accepted standard. I really don't like that. I would much rather see the coin with its natural dark aged patina. Oh, there's still lots to take off on this side. Alright, let's try. I never use the black pencil, but today I will. I almost never use it because it really just doesn't... It doesn't hurt the coin, but it's not, I find, aggressive enough most of the time. I guess if you don't mind cleaning a coin for the next 2 weeks, but I like to try and do one within an hour or two if I can. Yeah, this really isn't doing too much. So what I'm going to do, switch to my trusty needle tool that I made. Now you're going to see it coming up. It might appear like I'm scratching the coin, but I'm really not. I'm not using much pressure at all, just enough to lift the dirt off. And sometimes it kind of polishes the metal a little bit until I brush it again. So a lot of times that's what you're seeing. Same thing when I'm using the X-Acto blade, which is why I'm going on an angle like this. I don't want to damage the coin. Brush that top bit there that I'm working on. Yeah, get it looking better already. I think this is Maurice Tiberius, if I had to guess. You get the nice, almost Maltese style cross here. Time for a little more brushing. This is actually really well struck, this one. It's got some deep details. I like it. Oops. This W needs some more attention here. See if I can get into it. I don't want to dig down into that. Oh, I think I could use a cold drink or something. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, a little too wet. Looking pretty good. There's one spot right... Where was it? There's a spot I was a little worried about. Alright, I'm going to go with the other side now. Portrait. Gently, because this side isn't nearly as deeply struck as the reverse is. So this is not Jesus. This is, I believe, Maurice Tiberius. I love to get the legends as clean as I can so you can actually read them. If at all possible, anyway. There's a cross on his scepter he's carrying. I don't know if you know, but obviously, well, you don't obviously know. The Byzantines were the ones that formalized Christianity from paganism. And eventually, they actually changed the official language back to Greek. Even though they considered themselves Roman. The Byzantine term didn't come up until the 1800s. when it was Germans or someone was doing research on them and kind of coined that name. They certainly did not call themselves Byzantines. They referred to themselves as Romans, which they were. Eastern Rome, Turkey, Constantinople. A little more brushing. You got to do this in stages, guys, as you're restoring these coins. You can't just do it all at once. It won't work. These bronze coins are a lot harder than you might think. You know, they used to make swords out of bronze. So there's not as much risk of scratching as, say, if this was silver. And a lot of late Roman coins were silvered with a very thin layer. I would be approaching this in a much different way if this was silvered. A lot of times they use the fake patina to try and cover up corrosion and damage or loss of details on a coin. And I said this has kind of become the standard, like accepted standard, but I personally don't agree with it. Which is partly why I clean and restore them back to the way I think they should have been. You know, the Romans certainly didn't mint these and then immediately cover them with glue and brick dust. Give it a little brush here. You'll notice I move the coin around quite a bit because I don't want to focus on just one area. You'll end up kind of digging through the metal if you're not careful. And believe me, this coin actually, to the eye, looks much better than it does on the microscope. The microscope is very unforgiving. A lot of times I'll use an X-Acto blade to get in the really tight areas, but this coin actually has a lot of tight details where I don't know that that would really work out the best. We're going to take a look again here. I'm just giving it a quick bath and brush to see how much extra dirt we can get out. I don't think this coin's going to take that long, actually. Alright. Just for fun, I'm going to try the X-Acto blade just to see if I can get... Yeah, oh yeah, I can get more out. Now see, if I didn't use the sharp edge like this, I'd never get into these small areas. This works well on the fields too, when you have big fields you want to clean. Just kind of turn the blade sideways, right, and shave the dirt off the metal, for lack of a better term. Like, I really want to get into this cross. I want it to stand out. This is an area I need to be careful of, I think. Yeah, move the coin around lots. Oh, look at all this. This is still all encrusted. Give this thing a little brushing here. I want to get all the details we can. All right. Let's take a look. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not. I will show you on the microscope also, but I think that's as far as we need to go with this one. Well, maybe not, actually. Too much schmutz around his head still. So I'm wrong. I'm going to keep going. Lots of details in his clothes still. He's holding the book of gospel with the 5 stars or dots that signify the 5 wounds that Jesus suffered, the 4 nails, and then the spear of destiny in his side that ultimately killed him. Oh yeah, I was nowhere near done on this one. Or was I kidding? It's okay. You go until you feel that you're done. Some people wouldn't keep going. Some people would. I would. When I see all this crap still on it, I have to get it off. I make these videos for you guys so that I can share it and hopefully you can learn from whatever I'm doing, either good or bad. You guys don't have to agree with my methods. You don't have to agree with my ideas. We're all open to our own, you know. You're always welcome to do whatever you want with your coins. I swear to go. Another brushing. Oh yeah, much more detail now. Oh, in 30 minutes, not too bad. Just never know how long it's going to take. Sometimes I got to re-soak them for another week or two. Alright, let me take a look here. Well, pretty nice, I think. Certainly nicer, anyway. I feel like I could go further with this, but I think I'm going to stop on this one. Thanks, guys.